Well, I'd like to welcome everyone here today to the American Natural Energy Center. I can honestly say I couldn't be more excited about opening on a day like today. For those of you in Pittsburgh, we have not had the best weather over the past couple weeks, so thank you to whoever organized the weather. While this is only the beginning of what we believe energy centers are going to be across the region, I'd like to take a moment to say a big, giant thank you. And I'm not going to be able to get everybody's names who have been part of this process, but I'm going to thank the American Natural team, from our retail team to our eatery team, which is our food team that you guys will all meet shortly, our CNG team, and our petroleum fuel team. I'm also very pleased to be using GE CNG in a box, which everyone can see, I guess, to all of your left and my right, to the right over here, which is supplied by Chesapeake. And we're also pleased to say that we were the beneficiary of the ACE grant. I would also like to thank Councilman Bruce Krause for all of his support here today, and Dan Gilman. Thank you very much to all of you. I'm also very thankful to the men and women who worked truly tirelessly to get this going, and you all know who you are. We're thrilled to launch what I'm going to characterize as a fabulous new product to the market here in Station Square, and to all of you, you deserve a huge round of applause. Thank you very much. I couldn't be more proud as a CEO with a team with such a commitment to excel, to learn new things, to train, and to expand how they think and see and experience the world of fueling. As I've mentioned in the past, this is not a gas station. We are an energy center. An energy center has a competitive choice of transportation fuel and a high-quality, affordable, fresh offering of food, barista coffee, and cold beverages. The desire to serve our customers with a product they deserve and to maximize the overall experience of fueling, from the sounds, the smell, and the taste, are important to us as we strive to define for you and the market our brand image and our brand experience. We have a tremendous line of speakers here today to discuss why an energy center is relevant for the city, the county, and the country. I will start by saying a few words about energy. It is both essential and enjoyable. I will start by saying fueling up a fun car, as we will show you shortly, and driving to see your friends, to go on vacation, and to enjoy the energy fuel that you experience when sitting down for a nice family dinner, to our highly productive trucking fleet across the United States, which brings everything from its point of production to its point of consumption. All of this is energy, and all of this is our essence. From your average citizen to the current and past presidents of the United States, energy independence is a sound that rings true, and we here at American Natural are pleased to play our small part in the growth of this objective. From our perspective, CNG, a resource procured domestically in a highly competitive market, is critical and essential to the path of meeting our overall objectives and goals as a country for energy. While energy independence frequently takes the front of the screen, we as an organization look at energy holistically. Food is an essential ingredient of energy as people. However, food is also a culture and leisure experience. How can I say to you, you have a choice of fuel that perhaps it's CNG, that is good for the environment, it's good for public health, and saves you money, if I don't address the same concept from a food perspective? The choice of how you eat, like fuel, is a choice we believe Americans should have more of. We talk about eating smart and fueling smart, and that is subject to an individual set of preferences based on a variety of constraints that they might have. Well, for one person, they might have a gluten allergy. For other people, they might have a dairy allergy. Some people may want CNG, and some people may want gasoline. We here are looking to define choice to the market. Without much further ado, I would like to present our first speaker, Allegheny County Executive Richard Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald. Let me do a little bit of summary, even though most of you already know her. Mr. Fitzgerald. No, don't worry. Grew up in Pittsburgh's Bloomfield-Garfield neighborhood. He earned his BS in mechanical engineering with a business minor from Carnegie Mellon University. Rich started a small business, Aquanef, which provides water treatment equipment and services for industries in the western Pennsylvania region. In 1999, he ran for one of the district council seats on the newly formed city council and was elected to represent a district that includes suburban municipalities and city neighborhoods. He held that seat for 12 years and was elected as council president 4 times before leaving to run for the office of county executive. As county executive, he is focused on economic development of the region and job creation, and works with companies on a weekly basis to address the issues that are priorities to them in growing and being supported in the county. That focus includes making our airport better, ensuring our public transit system is reliable and sustainable, and providing a climate where a skilled workforce is a key component of our growth. As also has been announced, the county is using CNG vehicles, which we will hopefully be very excited to be fueling. And I'd like to thank you very much today for coming. Thank you.
Boy, congratulations, and what a great day this is. And as the county executive, it really gives me great pleasure to be here today. One of the things when I first ran, I talked about this region becoming the energy capital of this country, and I truly believe that that's the way we're moving and we're going to become. And this is part of it. This is part of giving consumers a choice. And when you think about the rich history of this region and our role in energy production, in coal, in oil, in natural gas, first natural gas well built in Murraysville, first oil well up in Titusville, right here, and obviously with coal as well. And when we've seen what's happened in our country over the years when it comes to energy dependence and what it has cost us in economic reasons and in foreign policy issues, you know, this is about putting our people to work. This is about keeping an industry right here and our folks working. So our economy is going to continue to grow, and natural gas is going to be a big part of that. And then the other part of that is the consumer. How can we help the consumer? Well, I can't think of anything better than when you see a sign that says $1.93 a gallon. Now, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to be confused. That's something we're cheering about. Especially those of us that are getting ready to go on vacation and going to fill up our car, right? Going to drive for vacation. There's going to be a lot of people driving, they see that sign, they're going to want to pull in here and fill up their car. And they're not going to have the right car, obviously. But we're going to start to see more and more people convert. And we're going to see a lot of manufacturers realize that to make a natural gas car is no more expensive than a conventional car that we're driving right now. Because on a mass production basis, it can be done. In fact, it's going to be cheaper over the long haul, not just in fuel, but in maintenance and repairs, and obviously to our environment. So today is a real victory for this region, for this city, for the county. Glad to see 2 councilmen here, Councilman Cross and Councilman Gilman, who came to be part of this, because this is really exciting. Now consumers have a choice. They have a place they can go to fuel. And as a county, we've started to buy vehicles. We've started to convert our public works vehicles. And now we've got a place where we can come and fuel. So for all of us, this was a win-win for this region. So I want to congratulate all the folks that were involved in this, all the folks that showed the foresight and the fortitude to step forward and come up and be the first. And we're just very, very proud. So as county executive in Allegheny County for this region, we're just tickled pink that this is happening today, and the people are going to have a choice. $1.93, boy, that sure sounds good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. So again, my name is DeLucia. I'm the president of Veterans Taxi here in Pittsburgh. To my right is my father, founder and CEO of Veterans Taxi, Robert DeLucia, a Vietnam War veteran. He served in the Army as an MP. To the far right is my younger brother, Robert DeLucia Jr. He is our company vice president. So we're just here to speak a couple words about Veterans Taxi. Veterans Taxi is certainly not a new term. There are many veterans taxis across this country. In just about every major city you go to, there is a veterans taxi. We do things a little bit differently. So we call our program here Vet Taxi. And essentially it's on three main subjects. We are using American-made vehicles, powered by American-made fuel, driven by American drivers. Thank you. Thank you very much. This is a passion of my father's from when I was a little kid. He would mention to us on a regular basis about the Veterans Program, and this has been bouncing in his head for years and years. We spent many nights around the dinner table talking this discussion, and we finally, with the hard work of many, many people here, being able to put his fruition into play. So let's talk about the first thing, American-made vehicles. We are using a vehicle called MV1, and it's made by the Vehicle Production Group in Indiana, and it's processed in the Hummer plant. The Hummer is no longer in production. So that's where that vehicle is being processed. Well, obviously, they're parked over here. We're going to pull them up a little later to show you. Running on CNG fuel. They are wheelchair accessible, which is obviously another huge plus. There has not been a wheelchair accessible taxi cab in the city of Pittsburgh in 20 years. So we came on board and started this program. So we're very proud of that. Obviously, second, CNG fuel, American fuel. Right under our feet, the Marcellus Shale region here, it just makes complete sense. And we dally in all of them. We started, we have an access company that provides transportation to the disabled, handicapped, and elderly here in Allegheny County. And we started in the propane arena 5 years ago, where no other transportation company would even venture in that route. So then we've always wanted to go the CNG route, and with the help of the Vehicle Production Group, we were able to do that. Obviously partnering, our facility is just 2 blocks behind me. Our drivers are excited. I see them circling the block. They want to know how soon this tank's going to be down here so they can come fill up. It's what you have to understand, folks, that we have veterpreneurs. Our drivers are not employees of ours. They are veterpreneurs. And what that means, they lease our vehicles, and they pay a fee. And every expense is theirs. So as you can tell, that price of $1.93 a gallon is much better than the price below it of $3.90 a gallon for gasoline. So that does not necessarily benefit us directly, but our veterpreneur drivers that takes that effect, which obviously passes on to the customer. The final thing, obviously, is our veteran drivers. And I'd like to take the time to introduce one driver to you today. It's a fine young gentleman by the name of Angelo Marasco. He is a Marine, a combat soldier. And I would like Angelo just to speak for a couple of seconds and give you his story, and so you can get a feel for what we're doing here in our fine city.
Hey, pretty much I just want to extend my gratitude and unconditional loyalty to the DeLucias in their vision and their dream. United States Marine combat veteran. To be honest, my transition to being a civilian was rough, just like most combat veterans. Demilitarizing is not something you're taught. You learn the hard way, and hopefully someday I can be a speaker for that, but it was a long, hard road. The first year was rough, is the way to sum it up. And recently in February, my father passed away, and I pretty much was at rock bottom at that point. The DeLucias reached out to me, saw heart in me, and gave me an opportunity. Literally 2 months ago, I couldn't buy that energy drink I had. Financially, they gave me a chance, but this goes way deeper than that. I mean, money's great, but I know I can speak to the DeLucias too, that their vision goes so much deeper than money. The therapeutic values of me driving, conversing with other disabled veterans, 2 combat veterans talking to each other. We have a contract with VA where I transport Vietnam and Korea veterans, which keeps me grounded. Just the opportunity they've given me is literally amazing, and I believe in this company and DeLucia's dream.
We expected, no problem. We got a couple of vet taxis to come rescue them. They're making their way. There it is.
Get the dog in there.
Wow. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's hear it. You made it a long time. That's the important thing. Bob and Derek, thanks for the introduction. I think that I didn't hear you, but I understand it was good. It's a pleasure for me, and I have to say that in all honesty, to be here with all of you. Thank you for showing up, being part of this grand opening. More importantly, American Natural stands for, what they want to get accomplished here in the city of Pittsburgh. And I have to tell you this, as I was preparing some thoughts and remarks, is that it dawned on me that 45 years ago, I was in this same location in a 1965 Mustang convertible, the car I brought to Pittsburgh from Appleton, Wisconsin. I was here in this area across Stanwick Bridge here. I didn't want to be here. I don't know how I got here, because I was looking for the Roosevelt Hotel over on 6th and Penn. My first time and my first experience being in Pittsburgh, it finally dawned on me that when you build the city on a triangle, sometimes roads just don't run into one another. But I finally found my way over to the Roosevelt. But thinking about that time, I wasn't any different than any 18-year-old or 22-year-old graduate from high school or college coming to a city looking for an opportunity. We had dreams of what we wanted to get accomplished, didn't know what was going to happen, but we were looking for jobs. Jobs that were either created in the steel mills, or in the coal fields, or on the rivers, in corporate America, or at the university, or in healthcare. So we're looking for opportunities. And over those 45 years, what I've come to realize is that we live in a culture of opportunities, not necessarily a culture of entitlement. And that's based on the simple premise that as long as we have choices, then basically we are free people. But with choice comes a responsibility. And that responsibility is, one, to be informed, and then secondly, have the courage to act on that information. So if we have choices, then basically we have two choices. One is to be less than we're capable of being, to do less, to know less, to be less informed, or secondly, is to be more informed, and to do more with our lives and the opportunities that exist. So if we have those choices, then basically, from my point of view, and one of the things that I've learned is that we have one choice, and that is to be the best that we can be, and use what is available to us and what is given to us to our utmost. American Natural has done that. Created opportunities. Created opportunities for our veterans who are returning. Created opportunities by giving part of their percentage, their gas, to the Veterans Leadership Program to help our returning young veterans create a better life and to stay here. Because Pittsburgh, as we well know, is a wonderful city. I mean, think about what it has created. I didn't know it when I came those 45 years ago because I had an image of what this city was all about. You who grew up here understood that. With the factories that we had, and it was like, oh, I'm sorry you're going to Pittsburgh.
What did you do wrong to end up there? But we have taken that initiative and we've changed it. We changed it through the 60s and into the 70s. Changed it in the 80s when the steel industry collapsed and people moved out. But we rebuilt. And we had opportunities. We did it in the 90s. And the same thing with our young people. We need them to stay here and give them those opportunities that we had when we came. This company does that. Veteran Tab does that. Other companies will take heed as well. You know, we're a city of firsts. I didn't know that either. And I'm so proud of being able to say that. City of first, if you think about it. What, the first television station ever was here. The first baseball park was here. The first baseball team, World Series, was here. And now we have the first energy center here. And we need to be proud of that. I'm proud of what that commitment is. We talk about our veterans, those people who have given up their time and their energy to defend this city of ours and this country. As the war winds down, they'll be coming back. And we thank them profusely for their commitment. We thank them for their time spent. But then they have to deal with the experiences that they bring home. They have to deal with the post-traumatic stress, TBI, the injuries that have taken place. And what they need is an opportunity, and what they need is hope. American Natural has made that commitment to change that perception of that soldier and what we can do for them. So, for me to be involved, and when they asked me, I was so very, very happy, because it's a message that needs to be resonated within our community, a story that needs to be told of what can be done when you have a passion and an idea, a commitment, a family, a group coming together for one thing. Because it's about the whole and not the individual. It's about what is accomplished here and ultimately taking care of our soldiers. So thank you very much for coming today. And I hope that you enjoy it.
This I thought was an interesting statistic that came out of CNA. That the true cost of delivering oil in the battlefield, when you look at our screen here at $3.65 or $4 a gallon, is somewhere between $15 and $100 a gallon. CNA is the Center for Naval Analysis.